Hey guys, and welcome back to another weekly recap. In the weekly recap, I'd like to go over any news related to the old school RuneScape community this week. Now, just a few weeks ago, Jagex announced the new Tomb of Amascut and mentioned that similar to other content, they will release a beta world for us to test out the new rewards in. Well, those beta worlds just went live today, so you can log into one of the tournament worlds and try out all of the new weapons. So while I'm going to be doing a recap of the entire update, we're going to start off here by testing out the new weapons on the tournament world. I'm really excited. As always guys, if you do enjoy and don't want to miss any future updates, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn the bell notification on to make sure you're immediately notified whenever a new update drops. Anyway guys, let's get started. Alright, so we're just logging into the tournament world for the first time here, and here are the new items. The color palette is a little simpler than I imagined, and these look a little familiar. Okay, obviously these are placeholder items, but of course we are more interested in the mechanics. Alright, so we're going to try to test out some of the new weapons here. Now, probably one of my favorite ones so far is the Heka of Mccutcheon, or apparently got renamed to the Mccutcheon's Heka. Now, we also have the Ward of Elidness. Now, this is just straight up a DPS increase, just better than the Arcane. Probably by far the best offensive mage offhand. Keep in mind, these are all placeholder items right now, but this is obviously a Malediction Ward or something, and this is a Kodai Wand. So the Mccutcheon's Heka has to be charged with Chaos Runes and Soul Runes, so we'll just go ahead and charge that up. And now we should be good to go. Now we've come over here to the Crazy Archaeologist, I don't know, I just wanted to practice killing him anyway. So here is the attack speed on the regular hits, incredibly quick, it's like a blowpipe, and then you get one fat hit after, which allows you to move. So it's kind of an interesting trading pattern, you might call it. Now the final hit does slap pretty hard, but obviously this weapon is going to take a little getting used to. I gotta say though, the feel of the item is pretty fun. You just get these really quick attacks in and then you just do one giant smack. Now I'm curious to know what the DPS is compared to other high-end mage weapons, and we'll have to do more extensive testing to know that for sure. Now what's interesting about this weapon is that although the cost per attack isn't that high yet, I mean soul runes are probably going to go up in price, the cost to use it might actually be kind of high, and that is because you attack so quickly. For 3 of the attacks, you're attacking as quickly as a blowpipe, which means you're going to be burning through those charges relatively quickly. I mean, we use 50 just on, just killing, this guy's a long wander range apparently. Just killing the Crazy Archaeologist, we used about 25 casts per kill, which is something you'd have to factor in. So next up here, let's have a look at the Masri armor set. So the Masri armor set is 3 armor pieces, a top, bottom, and amulet. The chest plate and the chain skirt are ranged armor, and Masri amulet will be potentially the best in the slot, ranged or melee amulet. So first up here, let's put on the new armor. Ooh, okay. They should just leave it like this. So on its own, the top and bottom are not going to be that great. However, when you're below 40 hit points, the low life status will activate, making it stronger than Armadillo, at least offensively. Now, a convenient way to get into the low life state is going to be the Masri amulet. So if we go ahead and equip this, you're going to slowly lose hit points until you're down to under 40%. Okay. Not that slow actually, you lose hit points very quickly. So whenever you are above 40% of your hit points, you're just going to lose HP until you've reached the threshold. Right now the hit points have a bit of a cracked look to them, and that means I guess you're in the low life state. Let's go smack this dummy here once. So max hit 60. Now one place I think that's going to be very powerful to use this entire armor set at would be the Alchemical Hydra. Now that's because the Alchemical Hydra doesn't have very much unavoidable damage, and assuming you're paying attention, at most you're going to get hit for maybe a 20 or 30. Oh, not sure about getting a Slayer task. How does this work exactly? Doesn't matter, we got it the first time. Now what's going to be a little different here is normally I'd bring a blowpipe, and you could arguably still do that, but you can't physically get above 39 hit points or your amulet will just bring you right back down. But at the same time, you probably don't want to go much lower than that, as Hydra then could potentially one-shot you if you made a mistake. Well, let's give this a shot. Okay, so when you heal during the fight and you get put above 39, your amulet's still going to activate, so you really don't want to do too much over-healing, because we made a mistake and almost died. Oh my god, we just hit a 90! I wasn't sure if the max hit would go up further with the equipment, and it looks like it does, so we just smacked him for a 90. That's absolutely insane. So obviously that wasn't a quick kill, however the main point here is I wanted to check out if the max hit could increase, but there's obviously a lot of RNG here, and overall this armor set is just going to be stronger, but we can hit a 90 if not more. That's absolutely insane, so I think it's going to be very strong at Hydra. Okay, I'm gonna try to go kill Callisto. Barely killed this boss before, but I know it has very high defenses. And the next weapon we're trying here is the Osmoten's Khopesh, which apparently is really good against monsters with high defenses. Now, first super one question I had yesterday is, can this item miss? And yes, it can still miss. I guess that makes sense because it would be very overpowered otherwise. However, if you do roll a successful hit, you will never hit a 0. You're gonna hit somewhere between 7 and 50, something like that. Now, what's really interesting is it's primarily a stab weapon, but right now it only has one stab setting, which is controlled. I'm not sure if that's going to change. There seems to be some pushback on the fact that this type of weapon, the Khopesh, would not be a stab weapon, it would be slash. So realistically, they'll probably redesign it visually instead of changing it to be a slash weapon. That would be kind of weird. Well, someone already took this out halfway apparently. So let's see if this is any amount accurate. Now, Callisto is still, of course, a monster as far as defensive stats go, but I would say it's actually reasonably accurate considering. Now, this weapon does have a special attack, which I'm pretty sure I'm just going to miss twice. So that leads nicely into another item on the tournament world, that being the Light Bearer. The Light Bearer is very simple, no stats in it, but it does double the rate at which your special attack energy restores. This item has no requirements to wear, but doesn't provide any bonuses beyond the special effect. So if we slap it on here, our special attack will restore twice as quickly. Now, I'm not sure if the indicators are programmed correctly, and I think there definitely are going to be uses for this, especially considering for magic, often you don't even prioritize wearing an offensive ring. And there also even could be some utility for skilling. I mean, you'd be able to special attack twice as quickly for your Dragon Axe, Dragon Pickaxe, or even Dragon Harpoon. So I definitely think it could have some niche uses across a wide variety of different content. So on top of the tournament worlds, there was also a few other changes today. First up here, we have a few changes from a mini poll that was done a few weeks ago. First up here, players are now able to trade in duplicate enhanced crystal weapon seeds for 1,500 crystal shards, which is actually quite a lot. However, the enhanced crystal weapon seeds are pretty rare. Ultimate Ironmen are now able to store the Bow of Faerdinin in a stash unit. Previously, you were able to do it with a crystal bow, however, it didn't work with the Bow of Faerdinin until today. And actually, another big change today, the Ash Scatterer will now give 100% prayer experience if you have done the Krend Elite Diary. On release, that is the way it worked, however, they redacted it and pulled it, so now we're kind of just back to where we started. Now, on top of that, this week, Jagex added in more tasks for the combat achievement. So as of today, Phasani's Nightmare now has 10 different combat achievements to complete. All of these are going to be ranging from Elite to Grandmaster. There's only one Elite task, and that is just going to be to kill the Phasani's Nightmare once. Now, the kill speed task is an 8-minute kill for Master and a 7-minute kill for Grandmaster, which is pretty challenging. Now, on top of that, there are a few Pulse 75 improvements. Once again, they made a change to the Killer Watt area. It's very visually harsh, and in the past, players with epilepsy found that area uncomfortable. So they made it once again a little easier on the eyes. Now, a really interesting change here at the bottom for Castle Wars. If you're in the official recommended Castle Wars world, you now need to have a skill total of 500 or more to set up barricades. Now, this change is trying to help combat griefing in Castle Wars. It's a big issue. However, going forward, if you were in the official Castle Wars world, maybe griefing won't be so bad. There was also a very interesting bug in free-to-play that if you had a Ring of Suffering and you discarded the charges, it would actually just delete your Ring of Suffering, or at least make it invisible. So that bug is now fixed. And that's pretty much it for game changes this week. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for the weekly recap this week. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Now before I go here, I want to give a giant thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. A huge thanks to Guy Fawkes, WolfoftheHunt, Timothy Chen, Ocelot, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed to the Dragon tier. All of you guys are awesome. Thank you for your continued support. Also a huge thank you to CJ Ruse, Mexose, Lord Dojin, yoyosup89, BirdBot, and Basstich. Thanks again, guys. As always, if you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is an awesome way to do so. Get immortalized in all of my future videos. You can get access to my video release schedule, as well as a custom role in my Discord server. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.